During awards at semi-state, when our name wasn't announced, my stomach just dropped, and two things popped to my mind. The first one was just all the experiences throughout my senior year, best one being BOA at Bowling Green, just what a great experience we had there. And then the other one was just the difference between what's given to you in life and what's earned, and it helps the younger kids understand that you have to earn every little piece of it. So freshmen going into next year, sophomores, just realize that you have to work super hard for every little piece in marching band, every point. So just keep that going into next year.
Joining us from Brownsburg, Indiana, please welcome the Brownsburg High School Marching Band. Brownsburg's program is entitled Skyward. And tonight is proud to present in preliminary performance, Gunmakers Band by Spencer Floyd, Caitlin Harris, and Zach Shellhorn, and the Sound of Brownsburg.
I definitely think being in band had helped me become a better person. It teaches you how to be strong and how to handle things, like not going to state taught us kind of how, like, that not everything will come out the way you want it to.
We don't always have guaranteed placement, and it was good for them to realize that you can't take everything for granted.
I realized how much I had grown in them, even as a player, musically, but also as socially, because I was very shy, and now I had so many more friends and I could communicate to them a lot more. You put in so much effort, and maybe the thing that you wanted doesn't happen, but you still have fun doing it. And I learned, even though semi-state was our last performance, I knew that it was the best performance that I could put out there.
I still feel like we won in some way because we still grew as a family and we still pushed to our limits, and the band just felt like as one big family, and that's what I see as a win instead of one big trophy.
So when the season ended, the thing that I remember most clearly was I was sitting in the stands with my mom and a couple of our other band friends, and we were just listening for the bands, just waiting there for them to call each state finalist, and they just skipped over our name, and we were just in utter disbelief. We thought there was a mistake, and that was like hitting rock bottom for sure. And afterwards, we all went out on the field, and we all just kind of got together with the seniors, knowing this was their last show of their lives, and just like sharing their emotions like transferred on to me, and I felt what they felt, and that really moved me at the end of the season. But I also feel like it brought us closer as friends, and our relationships grew, and that's really more what marching band is about. It's not about going to state and getting first place or going to BOA events and winning and getting your name out there. It's about being with your friends and developing those relationships so that they'll last forever.
When marching band started up and when I started to meet all these new people and I started to make all these new friends, it just kind of pulled me out of it. And I can really only thank marching band for that and all the people in it, because it's really a family.
still felt like we did a lot as a whole team. We're able to accomplish a lot, and then our show was very amazing, and it left many people remembering us. And that should be like one of our main goals, is to have people remember us, so then when we come back next season we can be even better.
It just made me realize that there's so much more to think about than losing the competition, and we've grown to see all the successes that we had over the failures.
Okay, so it was my first year marching, obviously, and overall it's been a pretty fun experience for me. I mean, every day going to band, working hard, and we went into the year not making state, but I think there's more to life than just winning and losing.
Okay, so after we didn't make state and we were all really upset and it was unfair, and we just didn't feel like it was right, there was a group of us that went to the band lot and we all drank chocolate milk and just like sat around, and we were all really upset, and we decided that we still wanted to have like an ending to our season, so we all did like a singing run through, and even though it was like really painful and it felt unfair, I'm glad that that was like the last memory that we had together. Even though it was like kind of goofy and we were all crying, I just felt like it was the right way to end the season, and I'm really glad that as a senior I have that memory to look back on, even though it wasn't what I anticipated and it wasn't what I wanted. I don't know, in my opinion, if what happened this season means that Brownsburg band kids in the future are going to get to be like this awesome powerhouse, then I think that it's worth it.
And I feel like with that loss, we grew a lot, especially as a band family, and we all learned that we all will lose something in life and that not everything will go the way we planned. So I think that really helps us for our future, and it'll just motivate us to work harder next year.
Although we didn't make state, we made other really big accomplishments, like making finals in Ohio, where we've never done an out-of-state competition, which is pretty big. And it's just like a big family that you're with for all of your summer and a majority of the school year, and that you see them around the halls at school after it's over and you're like, oh wow, that was pretty fantastic, and you wish you could have it all again, but you have to wait.
Especially on the day that we performed at semi-state, I really felt like that was a really good note to end on for the season. I remember sitting there during awards and and not hearing our name, and remember just those few minutes of just trying to keep it together and not falling apart right there. But I know that it's probably for the better that we didn't make state, because that means that we can springboard into next year.
The directors are very proud of what you have accomplished. Even though we may not have ended the way we all felt like we should have, know that you left everything on the field, and we as a community, as a school, as administration, as teachers, we're all very proud of what you guys have become and accomplished, and we just encourage you to keep up the great work.
At the end of every season, we're tempted to feel like there's a grade based on that year, and one competition does not define the students or the program that we have here. And we're really honing in on something special that we've had for a couple years now, but it's getting tighter and tighter.
Listen, I know this season didn't end the way that everybody wanted it to. I grabbed this brochure on purpose. This is the brochure that we hand out to band parents and band students when they're coming into the program. And at the bottom of the front page it says learning excellence in life through performance in band. And sometimes excellence in life is how you come back from a situation. The question is going to be, how do we stand back up next season? When we get to the end of a marching band season, we want to know as staff that we made a difference for our students. Whether it's me, Mr. Runyon, Mr. Marks, we just want to know that the staff made a difference in our students' lives. The way that this group rehearsed at the beginning of the season, how we built up into Bowling Green, that was a great moment for this program. The way that we built up into the Indy Regional for BOA was another great moment for this program. And I think that we are going to get up next year and do great things because of what happened last year.